Well, what we're going to do for you guys is we're going to show you how to use Magic the Gathering Online, take all your cards from your collection, okay, which you've accumulated through playing tournaments and doing a bunch of other stuff that you don't need anymore. And we're going to show you how to turn those into sets that you can redeem. If we go to home and go to shop and I go to set redemption, I'm going to teach you guys the best way, the most efficient, and the easiest way to turn your online collection of all the cards that you're not using into cash money in the real world. So, you've got Ravenica, you got all these sets. Once you collect a set online, as far as, when you're playing tournaments, you get a lot of cards that, you don't really need after you do the tournament. So, we're going to take our collection and we're going to pull up, usually you'd see, the top, which would be all cards online. So usually this is what you got when you start. Well, what I'm going to do is, I'm huge on Scars of Mirrodin. I've been playing the game for a while. I want to redeem a collection of digital cards of Scars of Mirrodin for a hard copy set of cards in the real world. And I can do this for probably around $60 after I get all the... And, oh, don't let that fool you, by the way. It might cost me maybe $60 in the real world, but I'm going to redeem this set. Magic's going to send me a closed box that has plastic around it. It's freaking legit. And I'm going to redeem that set, and then I'm going to sell it on eBay for like $125, which, given my math, which isn't so great, gives me about $65 as far as profit. And you know what? Since I've been playing for a while, I already got the cards. And, what else am I using them for? I got sets in here. Let's take a look at, here we go, like Innistrad, right? Well, I don't have any Innistrad cards. Mirrodin Besieged. Alright, I got all these Mirrodin Besieged cards. I'm not using these cards, man. I just got them in tournaments and stuff, so I can get rid of all these and not lose any sleep over it and turn them into, ticks, or trade these for cards that I need in my Scars of Mirrodin block, which is going to be really cool. So, the way that I want to do this is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and I'm going to have you guys, if you haven't seen it yet, I want you to take a look at Magic the Gathering Online Beginner's Guide. I'll put a link on my new video, like down here somewhere, so that you can get to it real easy. But I want you guys to review this real quick, because it's going to teach you all the basic stuff that you need to know about this little dilly right here, which is at 510, I believe. Yeah, there we go, about right yonder. So, MTGO library. This thing has been kind of on and off for a bit, but I think it's fully operational again. And you can use this video and this MTGO library to scry these bots and find the cards that you need. So once you find cards that you want, let's say I'm missing, I go to Scars of Mirrodin here. Let's say I'm looking for a couple of rares. Okay, I got a lot of rares as far as Scars. And as you can see, I have 3 copies of each, because I basically just redeemed a set for, as far as the mythic rares, I had to spend about, I'd say probably $20. And then I calculate in what I've spent in tournaments lately and everything else, probably another like $30. But really, grand total for me was about, I'd say probably $40 to $50, and I've got pretty much everything I need at this point, just by using a couple of key techniques that I'm going to show you about next. And I've collected another round of Scars of Mirrodin that I can redeem right here. So you see this, you go to set redemptions, you got all these sets. You don't have to do Scars, you can do anything. But I like the regular standard, which is your plain cards, not your foils. You can collect foils or you can collect standard. Very important that you remember, it has to be all foil set or all standard set. You cannot have foils and standard and expect to redeem them as one complete set. That does not work. So I know where I'm going to redeem it. All I have to do now is make sure that I have all the cards to redeem the set. Best way to do that, go back to here, and I'm going to go to Card Hoarder. Dude's awesome. Go to his main site. I'm going to go to Scars of Mirrodin block, click on Scars of Mirrodin. It's going to come up. Alright, you're going to have all these options. I'm not going to be using foils, so I'm going to get rid of the foils. It'll take, just a moment to do its thing and clear all these. If you see, these are doubles. Like, here's my foil, here's my regular. It's going to get rid of all these doubles. There you go. So now I've got every single card in this set. Uncommon, rare, mythic. Commons, uncommons, rares, and mythics. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go to this, go to print. I'm going to print out a hard copy of this so that I can use a regular pencil in the real world to reference. I got my set, my complete set here, what I need to know. Go back here, go to my collection. I pull up any Scars of Mirrodin here, any rarity versions. I want regulars, so that way I don't have any foils messing up in here, just in case I got one of those in a pack or something from a tournament I'd played. And look right here, Abuna, bang. I go back to this dude, go to card hoarders, first one on the list. It does it by alphabetical order. Right there he is. Well, if I check here, I've got 3 of him, so I don't really need him, which is great. So what I'll do is I'll use my list that I've just printed out, and you can hear that I already have a printout because I got the paper in my hand. Take my pen, ding ding, and I'm going to put an X right through Abuna. Boom, boom, don't need him. Next one, do I have a quarter? Yeah, got a quarter. Boom, boom. Just put an X right here, my hard copy in my hand. Go through this list, see what I got, see what I don't got, and whatever I don't have, it's usually in the Mythics category right here. I'm going to come back to MTGO. I am going to use MTGO library. I'm going to type in the card that I don't have. Let's say it's, Mindslaver, for example. Type in Mindslaver, it'll toggle, it'll, show me the bots that have it. I will go back to MTGO Online, go to my buddies, find the bot. Let's say it's, HS Store. He's really reputable. He's a good dude. Do a right click, go to trade. Okay. And then once I do that, he'll pop up. And this is important. HS Store. If I type sell, if you want to sell cards, you can sell cards. And then some of these, depending on which ones you add to your buddy list, will have the trade option. You can actually trade out cards from your collection from here. All right, let me minimize this so we can see what we're doing. But you can trade cards in other blocks like Mirrodin Besieged. I got some. Where the hell did it go? Mirrodin Besieged. There you go. I don't use these cards. I don't even need these cards. So what I'll do is I'll go back to trading, and in my little block here, see he says if type sell if you want to sell cards. So I'm going to type in sell, and I'm going to type in send. And what's going to happen is, I'll now take a look at your collection and pick up cards. This will take a max of 5 minutes. So what he's doing is in the back web, he's toggling through my whole collection, and he's going to list cards over here. He's going to look for rares, he's going to look for a bunch of other stuff, and then cards will start to pop up over here. I did this, well, see, he still wants some stuff, so I still got some good stuff. So this will take some time. Once he's done, he's going to make an offer as far as the amount of money that he's going to give me. And then while he's doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to his collection. I'm going to put in Scars of Mirrodin, and then I'm going to put in Mythics, and I'm going to see what he's got. He doesn't have any Mythics. That's okay. I'm going to go to Rares. Here's a bunch of Rares. And see, what I'll do is I'll go to, this one, I don't want all versions. I want regular. So True Conviction, kind of hard to find. So I'll double click that, put it over here. This is what I want. This is what he wants. When he gets done, he's going to make an offer over here. It's going to say I'll give you True Conviction plus a number of tickets if this is the only card that I want. And his trade value, usually they're about 2/3 the value of the card as far as what you will see on this site right here. So if I have something that is more along the lines of rares and mythics, which are more expensive, he's going to give me about 2/3 of the value of what's seen here. Okay, so he's doing that. He picked a lot of stuff. He's like, it's buying mode. You cannot take cards. Okay, so basically, I can't take any cards just because I push sell. Um, like I said, these buddies over here, some of these guys will have an option at the top where it said, type in sell or whatever. Um, you can type in trade. So if you do trade and push that, the same thing will happen, but they have to give you the option to do that. So when you do trade, he'll toggle, find all this stuff, and then they'll make an offer. If you like the offer, take it. If you don't like the offer, go to the next spot. No big deal. That is a great way to get rid of all the cards that you have. I'm going to cancel this trade because we're not going to do it. But that is an exceptional way to get rid of cards like Mirrodin Besiege that he wants that I don't need anymore, and then I can take that money that I've collected and I can put it towards my purchase of Scars of Mirrodin. And usually it's going to go towards a purchase of rares. Okay, so that's one great way to do it. Of course, like I said before, using Magic the MTGO library to find the buddies or the bots that have the cards you want, and you go and you trade with them, or you can sell to them, or you can just straight up use ticks and you can buy from them. So that's a good way to get rid of a bunch of cards and get money for the stuff you do need. Now, we've already talked about how to make your list and how to find what you need. So once you get your whole set, so if I go to any rarity, all right, here's my whole list. We talked about how to go through your checklist that you printed out from Card Hoarder. Once you have every single card, I mean, I have 3 of each of these because I'm going to turn all these in and make a bunch of money. So once I have all my cards, I'm going to go back to Home. I'm going to go to Shop. I'm going to go to Set Redemption. I'm going to go to Mirrodin Besieged. This will be on 0, but anyway, I'll go to Add to Cart. It'll say 1. I only want 1. It's only $5, and then I go to Proceed to Checkout. And once I do